everyone, I will be showing you the perfect solo and duo base design that you can use for your solo or duo wipes. So the footprint for this base is going to start out like this. Place a double door here. And have two double doors right here. And then upgrade all this to stone. And this is the starter. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna expand it out like this. And then you're gonna put a jump up right here. It can be furnace, it can be a ladder hatch, it can be anything you want. It doesn't matter for this base design. Unless you want extra storage, I'd suggest keeping it a jump up like this. But if you don't need extra storage, then I'd suggest using a ladder hatch or furnaces. And then here you're going to add another secondary loot room. You could put 2 large boxes in these. Then you're gonna put roofs on all of these. And you're gonna leave this one open. The next step for this is to place your furnaces. So I have 3 furnaces right here that you can place in this area of your core. Try to make sure they don't poke through the door, so if you do end up raided, they have to blow through the door in order to get to it. Then you put a G-door there, like that. That one furnace is poking through, but that doesn't really matter because you still have 2 more. You lock that up, and then you lock up your TC. Alright, so the next step you want to do here is you want to go on this side. You want to go on this side and do a footprint like this. Put 2 wall frames in here. And the thing you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to put a sheet metal double door and a shop front. And then you put a wall here. And repeat the same thing for the other side. My mistake. And then repeat it for the other side. If you want this to be 31 rockets, I'd suggest upgrading your core to armored before you log off for the night. So the potential for this base is 31 rockets if you upgrade your core to armored. There we go. And then do the same thing you did for the other side here. Just make sure you don't place it like that, because that's hard side on inside, so someone can soft side it. Make sure everything in your base is pointing The hard side is pointing outside, so then you don't make a mistake and accidentally end up getting yourself in a little bit of trouble. So no one can eco right in. Alright, so that's the these are the two entrances for your base. You're gonna want to put roofs on all of this. And here, I think a furnace jump up would be better for over here. Why is it like that? There we go. And then next thing you're gonna want to do is wall all of this in. This is where you're gonna have your loot rooms. And then right here, you're gonna want to put the jump up for the second floor. That's your first loot room. Second loot room goes right here. And third loot room goes on the other side. Right here. Make sure you add doors to all of these. Preferably garage doors. If you have armored doors, those would also be good. And now you have your loot rooms here. Could fit a box down there. I'm going to place wall frames where you place all your doors. They could be any kind of door you want, but G doors would probably be the best option considering the considering if someone went through doors, it would be more expensive. There you go. And then for your third floor here, you're gonna want to have some separations in the walls for your bedrooms. Right here you could put a jump up for your fourth floor, which is the shooting floor. Which is very specific because you don't want to have holes in your shooting floor where people could get in. Alright, so right here you're going to want to put a bedroom. Right here you could put a bedroom. And then right here, this can be, I'm really not sure, but that can be something. You don't have to follow the tutorial exactly how I do it. You can make it any way you want, but this is the best design for it. Add those there and add that there. You want as many doors between the core and the outside as possible, just in case someone does decide to try and raid you. And then you want two double doors here. Two double doors where your bedrooms are. And then you're going to want to place your beds and your lockers. This locker goes right in the corner over here. And then your bed for this bedroom should go about right there. And then right here for this bedroom, you could fit 2 lockers, but one would be preferable. This could be 2 bedrooms right here. You could have 2 beds right here. Have a locker here. Alright, so the next floor is your shooting floor. This is the most important part of the base. You do not want to mess this up, because if you do, someone can easily hop into your base. And your shooting floor would most likely be compromised. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to go out here and place a square. Place another square here. Place one there. And then place 2 triangles like that right here. It should look something like this. Something like that. And then the next thing you want to do is place 2 triangles here, a square here. Place 2 more triangles here. And then place 2 there. 1 there, and then a square there. And then a triangle there. And that's the footprint for your shooting floor. When you place your doors, make sure they face out towards, make sure they face that way, or else you built it wrong and you need to redo it. Because if they face the other way, then someone can easily get in your shooting floor, and you would not like that to happen. Because then you could easily get top down, and that's not very fun. Make sure all the door frames are hard-sided, so no one can eco-raid in.
Afternoon, son.
Hello. Seems like people want to use this as a name chaining server. Alright, so next thing you want to do is add a roof to your base. Make sure you have stability. Make sure you have stuff for stability, because the stability can get kind of iffy up here. Only bother upgrading these to wood. There's no point in upgrading them to anything else because they're just here. You could upgrade the stone if you want, but it doesn't really matter here. Okay, so that's all the stuff you need for your stability. Now start adding all the roofs you need. Start out with the square ones because they're easiest, and then move your way up to the triangles. Make sure you add the vertical metal embrasures for this because those are important if you're trying to create a proper shooting floor that no one can jump into very easily. If a person needed to jump into this shooting floor, they would need a few jackies to jacky out the stone wall. Make sure you get all of this because you don't want anyone just casually jumping in. Leave that wood so you can spear that out later so you can add a ladder hatch and get power hooked up to the base. Okay, that's your shooting floor finished. Now let's take a tour of the outside. So this is what the base looks like from the outside, but if you want, it's probably the best idea to add honeycomb here, because then it upgrades your base a bit more if they go through these. Upgrade all that to metal. do the same thing on the other side. This is what it looks like now. It's a very beefy boy. So next thing you want to do is add all your G doors. And boxes too, because those will be very important for you. So box placements. Like that. And like that. You do that for all your loot rooms. You have a 4-box loot room for each one. So that's 12 boxes for you. But you have the large boxes with the extra storage on PC. So you'll have a lot more storage. Now, positioning it up here might be a little bit tricky. You don't have to get it exactly how it's supposed to be on the bottom, but you just have to get it so that it's not, like, super annoying. Yeah, so something like that should be fine. You don't really have to worry about adding the small boxes because they're not that necessary. We craft a miner's hat. Okay, so for this one, what you want to do right here is add that, and if you want, you can add small boxes back there and hide your boom and stuff. And you can do the same for up here. Can't really see them from afar. Do the same thing for the rest of your loot rooms. And then you start getting down the G doors that you need for your base. Which a lot of them are needed, because this base is supposed to be very expensive to raid. And for right here in your core, you would probably want armored doors for your core. Make sure to upgrade this stuff too, because then do it for the rest of your core. Okay, so this is what it should look like after you're done upgrading. And then next thing you want to do is place down more doors in your core right here. You're gonna need you can only add G doors here. But for right here, you can add an armored door. Right here, add an armored door. And then right here, add a G door. And then for the rest of the doors in this build, you're gonna need G doors. And then for these loot rooms, add your G doors. This might be very tedious to use all G doors, but it's the best decision you will probably make with this base design. Because then people can't easily core you. It's a lot of rockets to get into your core, so yeah, for your shooting floor, add a G door. Oh. And that's all the G doors for your base. So next thing we're gonna do is put it up to the test with a raid. So if you wanted to raid this base, but what you might want to do is you might want to add, like upgrade the entrances to metal, because that'll add like an extra 10 or 20 rockets to your thing, depending. Do it to both sides of this. Before I bomb this, I will tell you the upkeep for this base, and yeah. Alright, so let's do it to the other side now. The same thing if you go in on both sides. Alright, so let me check if these foundations are... Yep. All good. So next I'm going to show you the upkeep time. The amount of upkeep it takes. And yeah, we're gonna rate it and see how many rockets it takes for it. Make sure to always close that G door behind you. So upkeep time is 132 high call, 2,277 metal frags, 4,629 stone, and 551 wood. That is your total upkeep time for this base. That's per day too. So hopefully you have enough. We're gonna go in through the other side. Okay, so the first step here is to... So, once before the door. And then raiders are probably going to splash these doors right here. So this is just the raid cost. So it's 1C4, 15 rockets, or if you go through the walls, it's a lot more. As you can see, when you start raiding this thing, everything else starts to crumble. It's 150 explosives. They blow in the main loot here. Look, our shooting force starts to fall apart. So I need to add some skill to it for it. I think it's about 1 or 2 more rockets before we're in. Yeah. Alright, so we're in here, but they can't get into our core directly, so they blow the doors. And all of your doors are most likely closed, so it's a lot more. There we go. You're in. So a row of rockets later, you're almost at the core. And you're into the core. Okay, so a row and 3 rockets will get you into the core, which is about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and then 22. 20, about 20 rockets to get in your core. And for C4, that's at least 10. So you should be relatively safe when living in this base. Unless you're going against a massive clan, then I'd suggest maybe moving. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and please subscribe. I hope this really helped you guys out on your solo and duo adventures, and I will see you guys next time. Good luck on your wipes, and goodbye.